Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to this evening's planning board meeting for the town of Newbury. This is the 18th of March, 2020, at 6:45 p.m. My name is Pete Pecos. I am the chairperson for the meeting, and to my right is...
Martha Taylor, Town Planner.
So we're going to have kind of a modified meeting here in observance of our town offices being closed. We will not be holding any public meetings with individuals being present. We will be postponing most of our meetings as have been discussed. And I just want to take a moment to thank our town leadership for handling things in the most appropriate manner, and all of our staff for helping facilitate things in a very difficult time. There will be no planning board members at this hearing, or at this meeting, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with one of our two public hearings. The first is a public hearing for proposed zoning amendments with lots with driveway length, width and lengths and setbacks and wireless communications. So with that said, I think I'm going to turn this over to Martha.
Okay, so the public hearing on the zoning amendments is open, and I will read the public hearing notice that has been posted for this and published in the Daily News on March 3rd and March 10th. It's rather lengthy, so bear with me. Residents of the town of Newbury and other interested persons, please note that on Wednesday, March 18th, 2020, at 6:45 p.m., in the second floor hearing room at the Newbury Municipal Offices, 12 Kent Way, Byfield, Mass., the Newbury Planning Board will hold a public hearing pursuant to MGL Chapter 40A, Section 5, to consider proposed changes to the Code of the Town of Newbury, Chapter 97 zoning as follows. 1. Amendments to Article 6, Dimensional Regulations, Section 97-6B, Table of Dimensional Requirements. 2A, add a new note with language establishing minimum width dimensions for new lots. B, add a new note referring to Section 97-7C for provisions relative to driveway location and requirements. 2, amendments to Article 7, Parking, Section 97-7C, Access, to A, modify Section 97-7C1 by adding a minimum width requirement for driveways exceeding 250 feet in length. B, modify Section 97-7C2 by adding a new paragraph E, establishing side and rear yard setback requirements for driveways and driveway construction and appurtenances. 3, an amendment to Article 11, Administration, Section 97-11D2, Written Definitions, to insert a definition for driveway. 4, an amendment to Article 4, Regulations of Overlay Districts, Section 97-4C, Wireless Communications Services Overlay District, to delete this section in its entirety and replace it with new regulations for the placement, construction, and modification of wireless communication services. The text of these proposed amendments is on file with the town clerk and in the planning office, 12 Kent Way, Suite 101, Byfield, Mass., and may be inspected there during regular business hours. For more information, contact the town planner at 978-465-0862, extension 312. All persons interested or wishing to be heard relative to the proposed zoning amendments should appear at the time and place designated above. Peter Pecos, Chair, Newbury Planning Board, and as noted before, this was published in the Daily News on March 3rd and March 10th and was posted in Town Hall on March 3rd as required under Mass General Law 40A, Section 5.
Thank you, Martha. So at this time, we are going to continue this to the 15th of April at 7 p.m. We won't be able to take any motions on that since we only have Martha and myself, but this will be continued. So since we do have two public hearings, this will be our first hearing, which was at 6:45, which was the Planning Board proposed zoning amendments. The second hearing is at 7:15, which will be a continuance of a public hearing to consider Newbury self-storage site plan review and special permit applications. We will be returning at 7:15 for that hearing. I appreciate your cooperation and understanding. Thank you. We're going to be continuing our Planning Board meeting at this point in time. So we're going to be continuing with our second public hearing, which is a continuance of the public hearing for the Newbury Self-Storage Site Plan Review and Special Permit application. I do have a letter from the applicant, William DeFrancesco, and it is dated the 16th of March, 2020. It is from Stowaway Storage Newbury LLC, doing business as self-storage, 131 Newburyport Turnpike, Newbury, Mass. It is addressed to the Town of Newbury Planning Board, 12 Kent Way, Byfield, Mass, regarding Newbury self-storage public hearing. Dear Newbury Planning Board, it is my understanding due to the COVID-19 virus, the Planning Board would not be meeting this month. Therefore, Newbury Self-Storage would like to request that a continuance be granted to the April 15th meeting. Respectfully, William DeFrancesco, General Partner, and I think that's a wonderful request. We appreciate that, Bill, very much, and your understanding to facilitate that. That being the case, I've talked with Martha, and if I have my notes correctly, we would be looking at the 15th of April at 7:30?
Yes.
Okay, so that will be our plan. Hopefully, we'll be able to have our 2 public hearings on those dates unless things need to be modified. But at this point in time, we will conclude this meeting.
Yep.
Thank you very much, folks.